Tell us about some marquee victories that you guys had for religious liberty in 2023. I know we've been bombarded with a lot of negative news recently, so let's hear something positive. What were some of your guys' marquee victories last year?
That we're dealing with, and we did a lot of these cases and are dealing with them now in 2023, 2024. And that's dealing with individuals who've been purged from the workplace, not because of the job they were doing, but because of their sincere religious convictions. And so we went to bat for countless numbers, thousands of brothers and sisters in Christ who refused to take the vax after praying about it and really seeking the Lord on it. And we've been defending them, and we are just winning and winning and winning. Case after case. Ascension Health, we took them to task and we prevailed. Amtrak, other entities, government entities, hospitals. It's been fantastic. But then we've also, speaking of hospitals, this last year, we were representing individuals who are on medical death row. That's a term I came up with. So if you haven't heard it before, that's why. But medical death row is where individuals are critically in need of an organ transplant to live, a liver, a lung, a heart, or something. And the hospital, they finally qualify, they make it to the top of the list. But then a minority of hospitals, turns out they have contracts with Big Pharma. I'm sure just a coincidence. This minority of hospitals say, oh, yes, you qualify, but you're not vaxxed. You're not vaxxed. So because you're not vaxxed, go ahead and die. Even though there's studies showing that they're actually better off if they're not vaxxed. They're more or less likely to reject the organ if they're getting an organ transplant. Now, that's science. This isn't about science. This is about vax cultism that's taken over some of the hospitals in the United States. So we took on these cases. We prevailed against Trinity Hospital. 2 individuals have gotten their organ transplants or are ineligible for it. The University of Michigan Medical Center, huge. We took them on. Boom. We prevailed for another 2 individuals. So these are very important cases, life and death cases we're taking on, and we're doing it completely without charge all across the country. And if we didn't, these people would be either dying or dead as we speak. There's about 100 or so that we're representing just on that point alone.
Yeah, God bless you guys for that. That's definitely a real need that we did talk about a little bit last time on my show. And it's just disgusting that a hospital would even do that. And I'm glad somebody's holding these people accountable, because I imagine a lot of these hospitals and companies that fired folks probably didn't think that they were going to have any ramifications to that.
Right. And if it wasn't for us, they probably wouldn't, because we've spearheaded the whole movement of defending these individuals who, by the way, Jeremiah, when they opted out from getting the this controversial experimental vaccine, and some people got it, some people didn't, but when they opted out, there wasn't any science on this. This was just, they prayed about it. They sought the Lord's conviction. And they just said, you know what? I feel just so strongly God does not want me to take this vaccine.